Alright, happy holidays. Apparently, some new sleep token. Well, not new sleep token, but a first ever interview by a member of Sleep Token, an offering by Drumeo. You guys probably don't know, but big Sleep Token fan. And if you've been to the channel before, you do know, big drum fan. So I'm excited to see what this is. Haven't seen it, haven't heard it. Let's get into it.
I am 2, and this is an offering from Drumeo.
So we got some voice changer on them. Big fan of the drum tones. Number 2 is very technical. I'm hoping I get like a mixed wave sleep token or something. His mask is cool as shit. Get it. I have no idea what this even is, but I saw a first ever Sleep Token interview. He makes it look seamless, effortless. It's a great song. It's gotta be so hard to play drums in that fucking outfit. Damn, his snare actually does sound like that. I thought that was like production tricks. Almost sounds like you're smacking a slab of wood or something. I know he's got that little drum pad over there that he uses quite a bit. Boy, it's good. Yeah, there's those pads. That's cool. Get the nice mix of analog and electronic. Very futuristic. Probably just has presets on that thing where you can change what those things do, huh? God damn, I love that snare. They even got the smoke effects, looks pretty cool. This drum mix is nice. Sick ass build. Then he makes it look so easy. It's got the hell of a cymbal array.
Well, to all of you out there watching, this is going to be a really special Drumeo live feature because this is the first recorded video interview that any member of Sleep Token has ever done, and we're honored that 2 has decided to do this with us. So welcome here, thanks for tuning in. And for any of you who don't know who 2 is, he's a founding member and the drummer for the anonymous band Sleep Token. And they just put out a brand new album this year called Take Me Back to Eden.
Great album.
Which is one of my personal favorite albums of this year, of 2023. And I highly recommend you go check it out because it's unreal and 2's playing is incredible.
Seamless, man. He's gotta sweat so bad in that outfit though, man.
So from the drums, you can hear lots of influences just in your playing. You can hear rock, metal,
Finally
electronic music. How do you apply all of this within your drum parts?
I've always personally taken a lot of inspiration from the UK dance music scene.
Okay.
Listening to the various subgenres of drum and bass specifically allowed me to incorporate
that makes sense.
Stylistic traits from those genres into my vocabulary as a drummer.
One of my favorites. Sick. The drumming is what keeps this part interesting to me. It's a very like slow, kind of groovy part, but the cymbal work is really what makes this song, I think. I love the sound of that cymbal. It's a filthy ass China.
So over the 3 Sleep Token records, how has your playing evolved from the first to the last album?
I would say that while my stylistic approach and
he's got a cool ass mask
have generally stayed the same, my vocabulary
sounds like Bane
on the kit has expanded. I tried to work on not always using the same phrases.
Yeah, he's very varied.
Using those phrases in the same voicing to ensure the parts remain somewhat interesting. However, this in itself is a continual work in progress. As a player, I will admit that
So it reminds me of
don't
the Saw movies. Do you want to play a game?
This, but to me, that is
Jigsaw.
very, very much.
It kind of sounds like Jigsaw.
Parts of the journey itself.
Stank it. Pretty sure they play in drop F sharp. It's great tuning.
As I mentioned, I'm also a big fan of R&B and pop, which has worked its way into my playing. I grew up primarily playing metal, so the next obvious step for me was to blend these other styles in amongst heavier playing to add versatility
I like that.
to my drum parts.
Bessel's voice can be polarizing. People either really love it or they really do not love it. I'm on the side of loving it, but I know some people who really do not like it.
So when you're developing your drum parts for the albums, are you just coming up with those yourself before the rest of the song is built, or are you hearing the other instrument parts first and then basing your parts off of that?
Most, if not all of the time, I try to pay close attention to the vocals and figure out any specific syllables
That's what my drummer used to do.
that can benefit from accents.
He would
on the
accent
kit.
on the vocals.
I sometimes
It's a good technique.
use the vocal line as a guide of sorts to dance in between what's being sung, to filling in those gaps, if you will. Typically speaking, songs don't start from a particular drum part, although
It can.
this isn't necessarily deliberate. Another element I look for when writing are any specific syncopation.
Syncopation.
Must match.
Yeah.
This could be a pattern on the guitar, a
Yeah,
breakdown.
that's big.
Something electronic. But
This dude's very well
it
spoken.
takes away a lot of the guesswork.
Has like a
when
slow
I'm
cadence,
visually
but
writing
very
songs,
intentional in what he's saying.
and provides me with a clearer idea of the song in question.
I do like his little drum pad though. It adds a cool element to a lot of their songs where you're like, oh, that must be a sample or something like that. Like, no, he's playing that. It's cool. I like the blend of analog and electronic. You get a little bit of both. Best of both worlds.
So around the kit, you can see you're using lots of different linear stickings and sticking patterns. What are some of the ones that you would say define your drumming?
I've always been a big Eric Moore fan, and
No idea who that is.
and gospel drummers in general. But
That
I've
makes
taken
sense.
a lot of influence from a couple of Eric's licks. Find their way into my playing. As an example, I use an 8-note linear phrase, which is played as right, left, kick, right, left, kick. That, along with a phrase called the 3-1-3-2, which is a triplet phrasing of 9 notes, played as right, right, kick, right, right again on the hands, and then finished with 2 notes on the kick. What I particularly like about this phrasing is that it's 3 notes short of resolving itself.
That's true.
So, as a drummer, you're forced to be creative
To fill that
with
gap.
those last 3 notes and finish the sticking, the phrasing in any way you see fit.
His drumming style is so effortless. Got nice power to it. Good consistency, and the creativity is pretty wild.
Additionally, I'm a big fan of the standard paradiddle. I use this as a chop starter, often as I feel it's an organic way to prepare the listener for a slightly busier section within the drums themselves.
Drums is what make this song sick. They get that nice flow going. Verses are like almost choppy in a way. Okay, too. The breakdown. So many starts and stops. So
I
good.
also use the 6-stroke roll often in various elements of my playing, whether it's groove or fill based. Another song I enjoy playing live is entitled Like That. This is from our second record. Arguably, the drum parts in that song are, to this day, my favorite that I've written.
Almost 9 Inch Nails-ish. Nice.
So when you're performing live with Sleep Token, do you try to stay true to the record, or are you actually taking quite a few creative liberties in the live set?
I would say that most of the parts that I tend to play in a live setting vary drastically to what was tracked on the record itself. This happens for a number of reasons. Sometimes when I have more time to sit with a finished track while rehearsing for a tour, I can look at it through a different lens.
And I was born in it.
Subsequently, come up
Let's keep
with
hearing Bane.
a more interesting variation live. On the other hand, these things can happen more naturally and take on a different feel or sticking due to simply playing a certain song for long periods of time across touring. There are, of course, certain parts in each song that must remain true to the original.
True that.
This could be a
That'll mess me up as a singer if the
guitar part,
drums
or
are
even
off
an
of what I'm
electronic
expecting.
part on the pads that serves more of a supporting role within the song.
So who are some of your favorite drummers who have influenced
this
your
might be
playing over the
interesting.
years?
When I first started playing, I, like many others in my generation, were heavily into drummers such as Joey Jordison,
Nice.
Matt from the band Mudvayne,
Yeah.
as well as the more extreme speed players such as Derek Roddy.
Okay.
I was very much obsessed with the gospel style of playing. I spent most of my early adulthood studying players.
That's so nice. Hi-hat work. Very impressive.
Tony Royster Jr.
That's a good one.
Moore, Thomas Pridgeon, slowing down, simply slowing
Maybe
down
he will go to
YouTube
mixed wave.
videos in a
Royster and
feeble
Phrygian both have a mixed wave
to
kit.
understand
Mixed wave, hit
their
'em up.
concepts, their stickings,
Let me get
and
that
influences.
mixed wave sleep token.
These days, I would describe my playing style as a mixture of that signature Abe Cunningham
Abe Cunningham
inspired heavier sort of grooving with a linear style gospel influence.
My man knows. Hit that bell, boy.
So, Tu, what are some of your favorite Sleep Token songs to perform live?
I've always enjoyed playing a song from our first record entitled Sundining.
That's a good song.
Higher. The parts in that song have always felt very interactive to me, very fun to play, while maintaining a fair deal of variance across the song itself. In regards to any newer material, I enjoy playing a track called Disharmony.
Oof.
Due to the live edition of a drum solo that gives me a little more creative freedom, as well as its challenging feel.
Well, that's going to conclude this stream with Tu from Sleep Token. Tu, thank you for being here and sharing your insights into Sleep Token's music. And with that, we're going to close with some final pieces of music from Sleep Token, and I'll leave this one to Tu. Take care, everyone.
This is great. Stink it, stink it, stink it, stink it. So that was Sleep Token, an offering from Drumeo. Thought it was an incredible interview. He was very well spoken, had a very deliberate cadence, but got his point across well. First time I heard any of them talk. What a fucking drummer, dude. I mean, for real. Dude's fucking sick. So that was great. Thank you, Drumeo, and thank you, Tu. Let me know down in the comments what you guys thought of this, and like, comment, subscribe. See you on the next one. Do you like metal? Like, comment, subscribe.